We are now going to meet my friend Rondy, who is one of my investor friends. Maybe from there will be some good investment ideas that we can generate and bounce with each other that we can invest in. So we are running a little bit late. Let's see if he arrives first or I arrive first.
My name is Rondy. I am basically just an investor, I guess. But you can find me in Stockbit. I will share a lot about my trade ideas, my investment and trading knowledge in Stockbit. So Stockbit is a place where you can learn, you can discuss, you can get information about stocks in Malaysia, right? It's also a place where you can analyze. It is actually originated from Indonesia, but I think now we are trying to really move the best features of Stockbit from Indonesia to Malaysia. Things such as stock screeners and the ability to open an account or even trade from Stockbit will soon be there. So it's a good place to mingle and get a healthy discussion from Bursa and KLSC actually. How we are different is that we feel like the new millennials, the new generation of traders, they are all in social media. So Stockbit, it caters to the social media technology, right? So you can follow people, you can block people, you can report an abuse, and there is always a profile to each user. So you know which user you can follow, which user are credible, and a lot of the controls are at the user's hand. Yeah, you can check it out. So I find Teck interesting, right? Because I feel like this is like who he is right now is somebody that I might be interested to be if, let's say, life had gone a different way for myself. Let's say I did not have the career path that I have, I might actually be interested to do whatever Meng Teck is doing, to be like an educator in the stock market, right? So Meng Teck is like a younger version of who I wanted to be last time. You know, the thing about the nonce, right, if you realize, all this while it has always been a trader stock because there isn't a lot of fundamental guys or investor that sees the story yet. It's still very undercovered. So when I realized about it, when I was being flagged by a fund manager friend of mine that this could be a potential interesting stock, after I read up on it, I'm like, hey, yeah, actually there is actually meat behind this story. Yeah, and I feel like the story can sustain.
Even after COVID, because it's not about ASP, it's about the volume, right?
So correct, exactly. That's the argument against glove as well, right? It's like people are saying that when the vaccine comes out, then glove will just die down. Yeah, for sure, like they're not going to have an increment in average selling price, but the average selling price is going to continue to be high because even when vaccine is out, number one, you have to administer the vaccine. And when you administer the vaccine, you need people and you need the doctors to wear gloves. So the glove demand will definitely still be there. And even when there's a vaccine, how long before 30 or 40% of the world will administer themselves with the vaccine? It's still very much in question. So I actually think that this rubber glove, it can be a sustainable long-term investment still. So what you just mentioned, how you missed out on all these tech stocks and all that, I think sometimes you might need to shift away your focus, because I believe like a lot of investors, they are very much focused on what they had studied, but sometimes the best investments are those that is not available in that box, in a sense that stocks that has never made any money, the stocks that have never made any revenue, the stocks that are like so expensive in terms of valuation, those are the sort of stocks that just doesn't make sense. So stocks such as Tesla, right? Even like stocks such as Square. So these are the sort of stocks that is a big major disruptor but they just do not fit in that particular box of what you have studied in terms of your financial degree or all those financial courses about value investing and fundamental investing. So sometimes you need to have an understanding on which stock is a potential multi-bagger and a generational change stock, and also which stock is a value investment stock. And it's always good to have a bit of both. These are the sort of stocks that you just have to observe, you just have to read up, because currently we are living in a time where the change are just so rapid. There are just so much technological enhancements. Those things that were impossible a few centuries back or a few decades back even are right now very, very much possible. So whichever stock that are having like the most interesting innovation, just keep track of them and learn about the background of the founders, what they're trying to do, and follow them closely. But of course, this sort of investments, it is extremely high risk because it is extremely cloudy. Nobody knows what's going to happen in the future. It's just like what I would call like a venture capitalist investment. You have a cloudy goggles. You as an investor have a cloudy goggles, and even the founders themselves do not know what's going to happen in the future, right? But sometimes you just gotta take that leap of faith. If you believe in the founders, if you believe in the management, if you believe in their mission and their vision, and if you feel like the story makes sense, the disruption makes sense, then you just have to take that leap of faith. I'm actually relatively new in the Malaysian market. I only started playing in 2018. When I first started, I lost a lot of money, but as time goes on, you understand the characteristic of the market. The normal things do not work, like the fundamentals doesn't work sometimes, right? Sometimes the good shares doesn't move and the lousy shares move like crazy. So these are the sort of characteristics of an inefficient market. And for instance, a stock that is supposedly to be trading like this, but it's always trading like this for the longest time, even though there is risk-free arbitrage, right? It gets clearer over time on how to play and how to make money in the Malaysian market, and you just have to figure out all the puzzles and all the pieces and join them as much as possible just to get the market color.
But do you agree that in Malaysian market it's more about who you know than how much books you read or how many news you read?
That will be a faster way of making money. But I think investing in Malaysian market is still possible, but it'll take time.
But it's not really the best approach.
Yeah.
Hey, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe or click this to be notified immediately the next time I have a new video for you. Once again, my name is Meng. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you. Bye.